So guys, this week we were hoping to get some new details on Chapter 6 for Battlefield 5, but as it turns out, we'll actually have to wait till next week for those details. But actually what we did get today was a bit of an update as to what's going on with the TTK controversy. So guys, this is BillyEatWorld again, and let's find out. Alright guys, welcome to the video, and to kick off, just to give you a bit of background, well, the info we got today actually came in the form of an official dev briefing from community manager Adam Freeman. And so like I said, we were all hoping that we'd get some news today on some new content, but really all this post was a brief rundown of what's happening in the next few patches. Firstly, and we don't know exactly when this is going to be, by the way, but apparently Update 6 will start to introduce the new Chapter 6 content, which will, quote, be a new map, new weapons, and new gadgets. And according to the devs, the next big patch after that, 6.2, will be the one that starts to deal with the feedback they've received about the 5.2 weapon balance changes. Now, as you probably know, since that patch came out, I would say the vast majority of veteran Battlefield players, at least the ones active on social media, have been calling for a full revert back to 5.0. And look, as the last few weeks have gone by with no official comment, I think we all knew the chances of this happening were starting to fade, but at least we still had hope. Well, unfortunately, in today's post, we now finally have confirmation that no, 6.2 will not be a full revert. However, it should bring things closer to how they were in 5.0. Which I think for most people, I guess, is a step in the right direction, but I know personally this isn't really the news that I was hoping for, and I reckon probably a lot of players in the community feel the same way. Now, with that being said, though, we don't know exactly what's going to be changing in 6.2 yet. We won't be getting those details until after the release of 6.0, but this post did give us a few hints. Firstly, apparently we're, quote, going to find that in close quarters, much of the same recoil and rate of fire that we have previously been accustomed to will return. Now, on the other hand, though, DICE will, quote, continue to operate a damage model that ensures that weapons that are designed to be lethal in close quarters will still do less damage beyond 30 meters. But in saying that, though, because of feedback received, to add to this, apparently they're, quote, making adjustments to the damage curves to ensure that damage drop-off doesn't feel as instant or severe. So in other words, essentially what this means is that instead of a full revert, what they're doing is making yet another set of meta-changing tweaks. And in a nutshell, what you should expect when 6.2 hits public servers is for semi-autos, LMGs and assault rifles to be slightly better at longer ranges, and for, like I said before, recoil to be a bit more challenging. But in saying that, though, you might remember that it wasn't just the recoil changes that made gunplay less challenging in 5.2. Among other things, DICE also added in an aim assist feature on consoles. And that's proved to be pretty unpopular, which brings me to another bit of info we got today. It's been confirmed that apparently we'll be getting some new ways to tweak that feature in 6.2, but unfortunately, they won't be reverting this either. Now, even though I kind of already am, I don't really want to read into this post too much because, like I said, we won't be getting the full change list for at least a little while yet. But also, like I said before, we now know none of this is a revert, which I think is what the core community expected, and that for me personally is pretty disappointing. And I've said this before in previous videos, but the main reason I feel this way is because I feel like every change they make like this is diluting the identity of Battlefield 5, which I know a lot of people weren't originally happy with, but the fact is it's already sold the majority of copies it's ever gonna sell, and at the end of the day, the people still playing it are here because they enjoyed it for what it was. Now, I can't speak for everyone, which is impossible anyway because of how diverse this community is, but you guys know prior to 5.2, I was really having a great time with the game. And it's not like I've given up playing it altogether, but the reality is that I'm just not checking in every day anymore because I'd rather go and play another shooter game that feels more serious. That's just something that I'm personally into. So I really think whether they revert these changes or not, and obviously I hope they do, I think DICE need to realise that every tweak they they make like this is causing some players to sign out for good. And I'm just not sure that the amount of players they're going to gain from making Battlefield 5 more casual is going to be worth it in the long run. At least not in this game so late in its life cycle. But anyway, guys, that just about wraps up this video. So as always, make sure you let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And hopefully in the next one, we'll have a bit more positive info to talk about. I honestly really don't like making these sort of videos, but hey, you've got to do what you got to do, right? But anyway, as always, though, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please feel free to check out the links in the description if you want to see any more of these videos. And also don't forget you can find my Twitter and Discord links down there as well if you want to keep in touch. And as always, until next time, see you later and have a good one.